Hi everyone, I thought today I would have a go at doing these ice lollies. These are from, oops, wrong way, Rita Berman's book, Meine Reise Durch Europa. Sorry, I'm out of breath, I've just run up the stairs. I was just sorting out some washing and getting a drink of water. I'm going to be colouring these with the Bambino colouring crayons. I have slipped them out of the box. Here they are. Oops. They are quite small, but they are fun to use. Now, my first challenge is the background, and I've decided I'm going to use this very pale colour for the background. Just because I don't use it very often, so I thought it would be nice. It's got a little bear pictured on it. It's quite difficult with the Bambinos to sort of identify which is which. They don't have names or numbers because they aren't sort of professional crayon, artists' equipment, but they do work nicely. So I do enjoy them. What I'm going to do is colour in all this background with this colour. And then think about whether these little circles are going to be all one colour or a mix of colours. Some of them are black, like this one I'm colouring around now, so that could influence my decision. Sorry, I was just rocking my mouse because my monitor went off and I wanted to be able to see it. I just like to track what's going on in the world. My children sometimes message me from college, so I just wanted to keep a track of that. My son messaged me 3 times yesterday to leave him notes on his desk but when he got home to remember to do various bits and bobs, so I did that for him because they're just settling in, although by the time this video goes out hopefully they will have done. They sort of start to realise the different things that they might need to take in or have in their bag or whatever, So just sorting them out with that. Hopefully their phones won't go flat today. They didn't charge them last night. It's always a bit tricky to know how much charge they need and how much mummy nagging they need, or whether I should be leaving them to do that. What makes me chuckle to myself is that college, so they're 16, the college is for 16 to 19-year-olds. So the college says, the aim is to get the children more independent. So I think, that's good, So here are ways that you can help your child be more independent. Check they turn up to lessons. Make sure you know their timetable and when they have to be in. Ask them what their homework is and check they've done it. Now I'm thinking that is making them more independent of the teachers nagging them, but that's certainly not making them independent of help. That's just encouraging the parents to do the teacher's job effectively, which I thought was a little odd. I don't mind helping them at all. I'm quite happy to do that for as long as they need it, but I felt the wording was wrong, saying that helps them become independent. I didn't think it did. In fact, quite the opposite. If they're expected to take responsibility, then, that's helping them be independent. But I want to help them because I know it's a big transition going to a new place. They do know some of the children already, but there are 1,000 children in the year, which is an awful lot of children. Their school had less than that in the whole school. Now they're used to a transition like that. Their primary school had as many children in the whole school as they had in their year of secondary. So they've got used to having to sort of jump up to a bigger thing, place. And because they're only doing, I think they'll end up doing 5 classes. So they both do maths class. And they both do a science, not the same one. One's doing physics and the other chemistry. And then one's doing computing and the other's doing geology. But they also do a tutor group, so that's another class. And they're going to be going to chess club because they're encouraged to do an extracurricular activity. And everything was sport, which they although they're okay, they like playing badminton, which is probably the only sport they sort of like, and table tennis actually. The fact that they know that people who go will be really, really good, and they, you know, they feel very confident with that. So they want to do chess, and some of their friends are doing it as well. So that will be fun for them. Right, we've done this. Now we're going to do the lolly sticks next, because they're all going to be the same. I think this lightish brown, there's two browns in the crayons. This is the slightly lighter one with a sort of lizard on it. Just going to do that one. I'm going to do a light layer to start with, and then think about whether I want it any darker or not, or lighter in fact. So yes, so they'll be mixing with sort of 5 different groups of children, but in some of they're together in maths, because they're doing maths and further maths. There's only 12 children doing that apparently out of 1,000 in the year. But that sounds quite remarkable, but actually some of the children aren't even doing A-levels, which is what they're doing. Some of them are doing a vocational course, some of them are doing apprenticeships. It's quite a mix, which is nice, I think. I'm going to tone that down a little with this yellow. This is the slightly browny yellow. I'm just going to put some little circles. This sort of blends it together and slightly tones it down. Now sometimes with wood I will do some little lines on it to make it look like wood, but yeah, this is a wooden lolly stick, but it's not. Wooden sticks, lolly sticks don't tend to have a sort of wood grain in them, and it's pretty tricky with these crayons to get a really, really sharp point, so I'm not going to worry about it. I don't think it's necessary. I think you know what it is. I keep pushing my book all over the place, don't I? Now with each of these lollies I'm going to do them each a different flavour / colour. So I am going to start with an orange. I've got 2 oranges. I'm going to use the lightest one first. He's a little bit blunt and I can just sharpen him in my normal sharpener. I have heard that some people say they're a little worried about sharpening them in a sharpener, but look at that. It just works. Just give it a go. One thing, yeah, I can understand you might be worried about snapping it, but I have snapped one of my crayons, but that wasn't in a sharpener. That was just me pushing too hard at a funny angle. So it's just a matter of being a little bit more gentle. I'm a bit heavy-handed. So I'm doing a fairly even layer here, as even as I am capable of. I'm not brilliant. And I want to then take a darker orange to fill in some of the these indentations. So this is my poor little snapped baby. He's got some sellotape around to keep him together, but when I sharpen him he goes a bit wibbly. So I am going to put some darker colour in here. Now you could do this with any set of pencils. You don't need to use the Bambinos, of course, if you haven't got them. They are nice, I have to say. And I think it would be darker here as well. So there we are. I'm going to go back over with that lighter orange, because now I've done that I can notice that I've missed a few bits. I'm just going to put quite a hard layer over, try not to press so hard I snap the crayon. You can see I am pressing really hard and it's okay. There we go. Now moving on to the next one. This pink is the one with the dinosaur on. I wonder if dinosaurs were pink. Wouldn't that be fun if they were all pink? Because I'm assuming we still don't know what colour they were. Last time I sort of read about them we didn't know. I mean, I suppose common sense would probably say they would be camouflaged, and it's unlikely that trees wouldn't be the colour they are now. So they're probably more likely to be the greens and browns we often see them in, but it would be fun if they were pink. Okay, so there's the pink, and I'm going to use a red to do the highlighty areas. Whoop. There we go. So this is the red that's got our rabbit on it. So just the same as the last one. You can see it's not massively brighter, but it just gives that little impression that that bit is indented and we've got a little bit of shadow in there. It just makes it look more interesting. So that's that one. Where are we going next? We need a green one, I think. We've got a light green and a dark green here. You can see my greens are getting a bit short because I do use them a lot, but that's okay. So we'll just, like the last one, all over with the green. Now I'm wondering what to do with these dots as I'm colouring this. What would you do? Would you do them a mix of the colours that we've used for the different lollies? Or would you take just one colour and do them all the same? It would be easier to do them all one colour. And the fact that the dots actually are, I've just gone way out of the line, haven't I? All over the page. I'm going to rub that out, but I'm just going to rub my eraser on a scrap piece of paper first. I'm just using my Tombow Mono. Just going to gently take out that little layer there. Okay. Now in with the dark green here. Someone's been eating this one. If I was going to eat one, I don't think I'd go for this one. Sort of lime. My dad always likes green. His favourite colour's green, so he always goes for the green ice lolly. So I never understood that as a child. Just because your favourite colour's green doesn't mean you like lime. I always thought it was a little bit odd. Okay, so we're going for blue this time. But I think I'd go for the pink one. Strawberry. Colour actually of that pink one reminds me of a strawberry split ice lolly. I don't know if they were something all over the world, but it would have a sort of ice lolly shell in a strawberry flavour, and then inside there was ice cream. I used to always love the idea, but it was so messy. I'm absolutely rubbish at eating ice creams neatly. I'm always better off with a tub and a spoon. I'm just rubbish. Right, I'm going in with a darker blue, just sharpening. I think this, yeah, this one's got the kangaroo on it. If you're colouring along exactly. But I don't know, I'm just thinking, I've just done a blue ice lolly. I think that's blue ice lollies. Oopsie. Maybe it's raspberry. What do you think? Maybe. Okay, last one we're going to do purple. Actually, I'm going to do it this pink first. This is the pink with the whale on, and then I'm going to use some purple for the shading. My wash machine's beeping. What an annoying thing it is. I guess the alarm's useful so you know it's time to get the washing out, but really. I'm having a job getting everything dry. It's this time of year where you don't have the heating on, so you can't dry things on the radiators. The house isn't boiling, but it's a nice temperature. You can't put things outside because it's raining. So it's tricky. I'm going to go for the purple one next. Oh, got a piece of paper stuck in my sharpener from the this is a fish colour, from the crayons. You can see the paper gets a little bit loose from the sharpener, but that's okay. I prefer to keep it on because it keeps my hands clean. It's quite a bit darker, isn't it? I think it's okay. I'm going to go back over that with a layer of the pink. I think it looks slightly uneven and I want to just dull down that purple a bit because there's more of a contrast there than there was with the other colours. There we go. Right, colours for bubbles. I have a colour that I haven't used yet, which I think I'm going to use for all the bubbles. It's this sort of moussey colour. Well, it's got a mousse on it. So I don't think they're a mousse that are this colour. Now I have the Jumbo Bambino crayons, which are actually pencils, oddly, and I have the crayons as well. Now the pencils are more expensive. You get the same range of colours. They are longer. I think they'll last longer, and they don't snap, but they're thick, much thicker than a normal pencil. So it's sort of up to you which you might buy, or if you want to try both, or none at all. Obviously, I'm not saying you've got to buy them, but if you're thinking of buying them, just bear that in mind. The pencils I don't think you can get in US at the moment, as far as I'm aware, but they're trying to get them there. It's the last thing I heard, so there is hope. They will arrive at some point, so it's just a matter of waiting a little bit longer. I think the problem with them, although they're Polish, aren't they? I was just thinking, the UK is struggling a little bit with supplying places because of Brexit. Even places that aren't in the EU can sometimes be a little bit difficult, because there are new rules and regulations, different paperwork, and although people have had warning, I think it's taken time for everything to get sorted out as to what needs to be done. I'm going to zoom out because it means you can see the picture, but also there are bubbles here and over here, and one here at the bottom, but there are circles in this picture, so I'm probably going to not do that one. I'll probably do that one that colour. So let's zoom back in so you can see the finished piece. So that's that one all done. I just wanted that really bright and cheery, so I hope that worked, and I hope you liked that one. So thank you so much for watching, and happy colouring.